Hi, everybody. We have just finished our last um, virtual council meeting for the 25-26 EASFAA council year. I'm the 25-26 EASFAA president, Ken Ferreira, joined by colleagues. We'll give you a recap real quick. Mika Lim, who is our incoming secretary, is having some technical difficulties, so she's off camera, but she is with us, and she filled in for Lindsay Johnson today, taking notes. And so let's just do a quick round of introductions. Your name and your role on EASFA Council, please, when I call on you. So Asia, we'll start with you.
Asia Taj, Membership Chair.
Thanks, Asia. Rich.
Rich Nielsen, Technology and Communications Co-Chair.
Thanks, Rich. Taylor.
Taylor Kruder, past president.
Thanks, Taylor. Megan.
Megan Hansen, I am the New Hampshire State Representative.
Thanks, Megan. And last but not least, Mika.
Mika Lim, co-chair of the training committee.
Okay. All right, guys, we covered a lot today in a short amount of time. And so, Mika, do you want to give us the quick highlights of what we accomplished in April?
Yeah, we had a good meeting. This is the time of year where there's a lot of consideration for what's happening for the upcoming council, 26-27. So to that end, there was some discussion of Nick Pruitt, the incoming president's counsel. He has talked a little bit about his initiatives to build on the leadership summit from February and building out kind of a year-long leadership program. So there'll be more exciting news to come out with that. We also had a couple policy and procedure updates and approvals that the council approved. So some approvals with the training policies and procedures, as well as membership, just trying to align some prior decisions with and making sure that those are updated in the PMPs. And then we talked about who the state reps are going to be next year. So a lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, good stuff. And so in addition to that, we talked about we need to establish the fiscal 27 budget, and one of this council's last orders of business at our in-person council meeting in May, just before the conference, will be to approve that for Nick. And so that lift is going to take place over the course of the month. We had a conference update where we are hopefully going to do some personalized outreach to shore up some registrations for our big event in Philadelphia. Ann and Jason and their committee are doing a fantastic job. But the Philadelphia area is a lot more expensive than where we were at Foxwoods a year ago. And so we have some concerns that we're trying to address in terms of conference attendance. We have the Code of Ethics and Conduct materials that's central to our strategic plan. Taylor is leading that. Those will also be voted on at the May in-person council meeting. And so some good stuff. Reactions from you, Rich. We'll start with you.
Yeah, I think, starting at the top, I was excited to hear who the new council members were going to be for 26-27. Some continuing faces and some new faces. So excited to get on board and working with some of those new people. I feel for Jason and Ann because they're doing a lot of work on conference. It is EASFAA's 60th. So, we want those numbers to be as high as they can possibly be. We had a really strong trend certainly last year in Foxwoods. And so we want to kind of keep that momentum going. So if you're listening and you haven't registered, consider registering. That would help us out. They're putting a lot of work into that. It's gonna be a great event. And I think some of those changes that we made to the PMP, we're just kind of formalizing some of those unwritten things that we already knew and kind of were operating as, and just kind of formulating some of those processes. So overall, good.
Thanks, Rich. Taylor, any comments?
No comments, just excitement. And I echo Rich in terms of registering for the conference. Please do that. It's always better with more folks there. The location's beautiful once you actually get there. And so I just encourage folks to actually look at it and not just write it off by location alone. It'll be a worthwhile investment compared to some of our other conference opportunities as aid administrators.
I agree. Thanks, Taylor. Asia.
Thanks, Ken. EASFAA had a very productive year, and I'm looking forward to next year as well. Conference, please do register easfa.org. We have a robust agenda. We have topics that are going to not only cover some OB3 stuff, but also topics which are, as financial aid professionals, are very important for our well-being as well. So consider registering for those sessions. And thank you for the opportunity this year, EASFAA. We hope that we will see you as members next year very soon.
Thanks, Asia. Megan?
Yeah, as this year kind of winds down, I'm looking forward to being able to continue my seat as a state rep going into next year. So looking forward to that. And then the conference, as everyone has mentioned.
Yeah, good stuff. And Mika, any closing thoughts?
No, I think as we said, we're sort of winding down. I think that we've done a lot of amazing work this year. So just excited for what's to come. It sounds like because of a lot of the intention around leadership continuity, we're really building on what the work that we started this year and from even the prior year with a strategic plan. So things are progressing well, I think.
Thanks, Mika. Yeah, to piggyback that. So, the strategic plan really is a guiding document. And Taylor, I know that when you were president, you and your council worked really, really hard on that. And I was able to pick that up and set goals and and I think deliver on those goals that were central to the strategic plan this year. It's bittersweet, right? So it's our last virtual council meeting. We now meet monthly instead of, we used to meet 3 or 4 times a year back in the good old days. But that strategic plan helps us to figure out how to move the ball down the field. And I feel like this year's council did it. The continuity of work, it just doesn't stop. And so, we'll have a meeting in May where we've got some stuff that still needs to be done. Rich, my son, and I need to pick a day where we drive out to Albany and get the archives and bring them back to the new place in New Hampshire. Owen's looking forward to having a Friday off from school. That's the trade-off. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of guidance that's been received from that strategic plan because it really helps inform us on what needs to be done and how to continue to move that ball down the field. So it's been great. Okay, that wraps up our EASFAA update for the April council meeting. Thanks, everybody. Take good care.